intro about 4 times now. The first 2 times the audio was really bad. The 3rd time my dog would not stop barking, and the 4th time the Jehovah's Witness showed up at my door. So of course I had to share the gospel with them, and then my daughter woke up from a nap. So here we are, the 5th time trying to record the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be preparing a dinner for my mom's birthday. I wanted to make a special dinner for her on her actual birthday and just show my love for her and everything that she does for me and our whole family. So I created a menu for this little get together, and here it is. I got a little oil stain on it, but I printed this out. I just know my mom will love this and really appreciate it. So for the starter, or I guess it's a side, I don't really know, but I just put it for the starter, an apple pecan spring salad, and I'm gonna make some homemade croutons to go with that. For the main course, we are having a venison roast slow cooked in a red wine sauce with carrots and sweet potato mash. I'm doing the sweet potato mash and then also regular mashed potatoes. My mom can't really tolerate the starch in regular potatoes very well, so I'm gonna do both. And then for dessert, we are having a vanilla einkorn cake with buttercream frosting. Einkorn flour is supposed to be a little bit easier on the digestion. And my memory card was full. Something just doesn't want me to record this intro. But einkorn flour is supposed to be a little bit easier on the digestive system, so I'm going to try to make it with einkorn flour and see if it comes out good. But that is our menu. Now let's get started on the croutons. I am making croutons with sourdough bread. I just baked this prior, and honestly, I did not let it cool long enough before cutting it, and it was kind of hard to cut because it was still a little warm. I cut this into slices and then cut it into small cubes. I don't like super giant croutons, so I tried to get these pretty small. And then I just seasoned these really simple. I think it was just salt and Italian seasoning. I will leave the recipe that I followed in the description box below. Oh, and I also used some garlic powder as well. These just went into the oven at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. I did these for 25 minutes, and I think that was just a little bit too long. They were really hard and kind of hard to eat, so I would probably stick to 15 minutes next time. But I wanted to pause and make myself a drink. I've been making this matcha protein shake, and it is so yummy. All it is matcha, and you mix your matcha with super hot water, froth that together, and then I'm adding in some milk and protein powder. So it's just a little matcha protein shake, and I've really been enjoying this. I like mixing protein powder with matcha or coffee. It just gives it a sweetness and also makes it super creamy. Plus you're getting extra protein. Sunday morning before church, I got the cake going. I woke up super early before everybody else and just started on the cake. I am making a 2-tier cake rather than just a rectangle cake in a 9x13. I just wanted to experiment with making the tiered cake. So I'm getting my springform pans buttered and floured, and then getting started on the cake. This einkorn cake was pretty easy to make and follow. All you do is mix some butter and sugar, some eggs, and all the other wet ingredients, and then the dry ingredients together, mix the two, and then towards the end, it calls for whipped egg whites into the cake, which is something I haven't really seen before when making a cake, so I thought that was interesting. It did make it pretty light and fluffy though, so maybe that's a hack for cake. I didn't want to just waste the egg yolks since I had to separate some egg whites, so I am going to be making an egg yolk coffee. So I saved 2 egg yolks, one for me, one for my husband, and I'm going to show you guys how I make egg yolk coffee. For the egg yolk coffee, you are going to take your egg yolk, add a splash of heavy whipping cream, some maple syrup, salt, yes, salt, trust me, and froth that together, and then add in your coffee. This is so good, you guys. It's like this creamy coffee with the benefits of the good healthy fats from the egg yolk. So definitely try it out. Let me know what you think. And here is my roast recipe. I will type this out for you guys in the description. I normally make my roast in a Dutch oven, but I didn't have enough room in the Dutch oven since I was doing 2 roasts for tonight. I am doing a venison roast, but also a beef roast that I just bought from the store because I knew that the venison roast wouldn't be enough meat for all of us. So we're doing beef and venison. If someone doesn't want the venison, they can eat the beef. The cakes puffed up really nice, so that was good to see. Here is a dry rub for the roast, just patting that down with the seasonings and then getting these roasts browned in some butter. Browning roasts just adds so much flavor to them, and I love doing it this way. Like I said, I don't have enough room in my Dutch oven to make both the roasts, so these are going to slow cook in a crock pot. I don't have this written down on my original recipe, but I am going to be adding in some red wine, about a cup of that, and then half a cup of red wine vinegar. I love using wine when it comes to cooking. It just adds such a good flavor, especially red wine when you're making any sort of beef recipe or cooking with deer. It really just adds a lot of flavor to it. When we got home from church, the house smelled amazing with this roast cooking. I just gave the roast a little turn there and made sure that each side was getting submerged in the liquid, and then added in some carrots. Moving on to preparing the cake, I took these out of the springform pans and got them trimmed down a little bit, cut the tops off, cut the sides off. I wanted the cake to not only taste good, but also look pretty too. I'm not sure if I really accomplished the pretty part, but I definitely tried my best. As I was doing the cake, I remembered that I had to get the sweet potatoes going in the oven. These take about an hour in the oven, so I wanted to make sure that they were in there before I finished the cake. I had a lot of fun with the whole cake making process. I want to do it again. I'm just like, I was thinking, when is the next family birthday so I can make another cake like this, because it was just really fun. It was hard to get the consistency of the frosting right. I had it a little too thick. I think I should have added a little bit more milk to make it thinner, to make it easily spreadable, because I did have a hard time spreading it a little bit. I feel like I'm the designated cake maker in my family at this point. I always make the cakes for birthday parties, so I'm definitely trying to hone my craft in cake making. As you can see, it kind of looks like a naked cake, which I guess those are trendy, so it's not that big of a deal. I truly give props to cake bakers who can make these beautiful cakes, because it is not easy. It is such an amazing skill, and I don't know how these cake bakers do it. I have been loving salad lately, especially now that we're entering into spring. I love experimenting with different fruits on salad, like strawberries and apples. It adds such nice flavor to a salad. And if you aren't cutting your salad with scissors, what are you even doing? Because cutting your salad with scissors makes it so much more enjoyable to eat and easier to eat. So try it out if you haven't already. But for the salad, I added cucumbers, the chopped up apples, cranberries, some pecans, and feta cheese. And I made my own honey Dijon salad dressing for this. And the dressing was super simple and super yummy. I think we've just been lied to that we have to buy dressing from the store, but we do not. It is so easy to make, and it's so much healthier to make at home because you're avoiding all those seed oils, inflammatory oils, and stuff like that, or even added sugars. So just make your own dressing at home. I recently got some cloth napkins, not necessarily for hosting. I actually didn't want to use cloth napkins for hosting, but this time I just wanted the table to look a little bit nicer. So I brought out the cloth napkins, and I was trying to fold these all fancy, but I couldn't really get the hang of it because these napkins are kind of wrinkled in the corner, so it wasn't really working out. So I just ended up folding them into thirds and just having them like that. So not super fancy, but it's fine. For the mashed sweet potatoes, I added in a little bit of butter, salt, and a little bit of milk to make them creamier. I'm using the mixer to mix the potatoes. This is the best hack for mashed potatoes, by the way. I also did this in another video to shred chicken, but it truly works so well. Once everybody arrived, I put the croutons on the salad and the salad dressing on it and gave that a mix, and we are ready to eat. So to my mom, who I know who is watching this, happy birthday. I love you. Thank you for everything you do for me and our whole family. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one.